All right, so Saturday night, I'm all dressed and looking cute because my friends want to go out, but they want to go out after Dreamville, and I'm not at Dreamville. So now I have like an hour or so to spare. So I'm gonna play the piano. Let's talk about my piano journey. So I bought this beautiful, cheap piano back in probably like August, and I've been teaching myself how to play via YouTube and Simply Piano. And I was using Simply Piano consistently for like 10 weeks, which was pretty freaking good. Like every day I was on there at least 5 minutes to 10 minutes a day, working through like the piano basics about movement and keys and how to read what's called sheet music and whatnot, how to read the staffs and notes and measures out. I was learning so much from that, and I think at some point I kind of plateaued out, and then it got a little too expensive for my budget, so I couldn't pay for it no more. So now I just transitioned to simply to just
He needs some milk.
damn. Then I transitioned to just using YouTube, and I would use the what is that? Fiona. I don't freaking know. I would use this YouTube channel to learn how to play some of my favorite songs. And that's been going okay. Not as much growth in the mechanics of playing the piano, but definitely a lot of growth in hearing and recognition with the notes. And it's really nice to like learn how to play your favorite song and go from there. But honestly, I didn't really have a problem with finding joy in playing the piano starting at I was about to say young age, but hey.
What was I thinking? I ain't old.
Over the years, I just realized that I love the sound of the piano. It's so magical and romantic to me. It holds so much emotion. All my favorite songs have the piano in it. I think John Baptiste is a really big component to my love of piano too. After I saw Soul, that movie and his score in it, oh my god. Okay, so I would have It's Alright by John Baptiste from the Soul movie on repeat, especially going through some of the hardest days of my life. And that made my love for this instrument grow even more, just because I connected with it. And at some point I was like, why don't I learn how to do this? Like, I was just thinking about how beautiful it is to play and to just make such art and feel that art with so much emotion and expression. I was like, why don't I do something like this? Why don't I learn how to do this? In another life, I was what is it? I was about to say Jermaina. I was John Baptiste Jr. Who knows? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. John Baptiste Sr. Yeah, something. I was on them keys and I just feel it in my heart and soul. And
I wish.
that I had a singing voice, the vocal cords to go with it. Y'all, like, if I could sing, if I could sing to go along with playing the piano, couldn't tell me nothing, absolutely nothing. Anyway, sometimes I do that. I hit a random key with another one, and it reminds me of a song, and then I would just start to try to figure out if I could it from memory. That's how I learned. Well, that's how I started playing the Beauty and the Beast song, because I was doing my piano warm up where I just go down and then I scale down, and I was like, wait, G A B C D D C E A G. I was like, that reminds me of something. What does that remind me of? And I kept like racking my brain, and I kept going through stuff until I eventually figured out, oh my god, that sounds like Beauty and the Beast. So now that's one of my favorite songs to play and practice. In middle school, when we were able to choose our first elective, we only had three options: choir, band, and art. Couldn't for the life of me, could not sing. Choir was a no go. Band, I wasn't interested in playing like the trombone or like the clarinet or the flute. So I was like, that's not for me. I don't want to do that. So I chose art, which ended up being working out really well for me, right? I've been an artist ever since then, building up my skills, of course, which, anybody can be an artist. All it takes is practice and consistency. And same thing with being a musician or pianist. All it takes is practice and consistency. Build up your skills, and you can be whatever you desire. So that's why taking a moment to remember you have free will, and that your big age of 26, 27, you can wake up one morning and be like, I want to be a pianist. Let me go buy this piano and teach myself how to play. Like, it's totally fine to do that. Use your free will. It's never too late to do that. Would I ever start doing concerts? Heck no, I think I'll get too nervous. But I love the idea of dressing up in a really stunning gown, getting on stage, and just feeling the music and blocking out the world and just going for all of my art and emotion on the table and just creating a masterpiece, being a maestro of your craft. I love that idea though. I think I get stage fright almost, although I'm not a stranger to being on a stage and having like people stare at me while I'm performing. I'm not a stranger to that at all. I've done like spoken word and whatnot, but regardless, me and the piano, we go together real bad. And that's my story, how it ended up here. August would be a year since having my piano. Should I name her? I'm gonna name her. And also, I just thought it looked good. And while I wait for my Saturday moves to come about, I just wanted to get up here and make a quick video. Why waste? Why waste a fit? If you're wondering what I'm using to record this and my piano practice on, this is the GoPro. What the hell? Why am I lying? Why? Why am I lying to y'all? This is definitely not the GoPro. I'm sorry. This is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Completely different. Completely different. But it's the Osmo Pocket 3. Not GoPro. Not GoPro. That's it. Thank you for joining me for my piano practice on a Saturday night. Hope your Saturday night plans are going much better than mine, although they sound pretty good. No, okay. Bye.